Thanks for joining us today on the What Podcast, helping you to support local, use local and buy local. Letting you know what's happening, what's on and what's on offer in the local area. The What Podcast.
Welcome to the What Podcast. Thanks for joining us. My name's Liam Stone and the What Podcast is brought to you by whatoffers.co.uk, a local podcast and platform dedicated to supporting local businesses wherever you are. So support local, buy local, use local. Now, today's podcast is sponsored by the Bottle Genies, a local glass collection and recycling company based in central Scotland. They collect bottles every 4 weeks through various parts of central Scotland. If you would like to get your glass bottles and jars collected for a low fee, then you can find it more on our platform and organise getting a booking for them to come and start collecting your bottles. Absolutely fantastic service for those of you that live in the council area where they no longer provide the glass collection recycling services, and a lot of councils don't. So get yourself onto Bottle Genies and you can get that solved. Save you a wee trip every couple of weeks up to the recycling centre. Now today's podcast, I really want to have a wee chat about reviews. You've probably all used review sites from time to time. They have a mixed variety of opinion on how they work. Personally, I have a bit of a bee in my bonnet about how some of them work and some of our competitors. I'm not going to name anybody for legal reasons, obviously. But you know, review sites, there's so many of them now, and there's so many different ways that they all work. And we obviously look at our competitors, and you know, part of why we decided to obviously build reviews into our platform was to create something that was more genuine, more open and honest, and so on and so forth. A lot of the review sites that we see, you see comments, you see people taking to social media because they put up a review maybe somewhere and then suddenly the review never gets seen because the review wasn't that great, or you know, that they put up a review and it doesn't get seen for days. Now, for a small business owner, myself in the past, running a small business and being on various these platforms, I can tell you from first-hand experience that there was quite a few platforms, and how they used to work is they would get a review, and if the review wasn't a 4 or 5 star rating, and if it was anything less than that, what they would do is they would give you as a business advance notice of this review that had been posted by a consumer. And as a business, I would then have the option to say to that company, no, I don't want that on my reviews. And then, you know, the other side is I could say, well, okay, it's a fairly low review, but I've done some work with the customer now and the customer's happy, so put it up, and what we'll do is we'll get the customer to revise it so it looks good still. And the problem is with that is that while it's great for businesses to try and protect their reputations and things like that, the problem is that it's not very open and honest for you as a consumer. You know, so if you're the consumer and you're looking to get a review opinion for customers about a company, and the only thing you get to see are the good reviews, then what's the point in reading them? You know, because it's effectively a completely biased way to show you what that company's about. One of our local competitors that I looked at very recently, they literally openly say in the review that they do not publish any negative feedback. And the reason for this is they believe that if somebody feels negative about a company, or they've had a bad experience with a company, then they should use a different way to try and rectify it and no publicly share that information. What they should be doing is going through a complaints procedure to try and resolve their complaint, and if it's still not resolved, then go down the legal route to get it resolved. And that's all fair and well, and these are the things that you would naturally do regardless of what your public opinion is. But as a consumer, if I'm going to use a business, I want to know, are they good or the bad? That's the point in reviews. So you can see if a company is genuinely the business that you want to use, or if they're a load of rubbish because 90% of the customers are not getting treated properly. And this is the problem. If you only see the good stuff, then your trust in sites that have reviews goes down the toilet. And that's where a lot of companies have been gone wrong, in my opinion. As a business, we know we don't want negative reviews. But as a business owner, and everybody who runs a small business out there has to understand that if you don't want negative reviews, then provide a better service. Make your customers happy. We know that, it's impossible to have 100% great reviews. And yet, some of these websites that I look at that clearly get slated because of the quality of work that the companies provide from time to time. No every company, because I'm not trying to tar everybody with the same brush, but it's impossible for it to have 5-star reviews all the time. And that's just because it's human nature. We all know as a business owner that there is always a small percentage of customers that doesn't seem to matter what on earth that you do, that no everybody will always be happy. And that's because everybody has different perceptions of what they think is a good job or value for money or whatever it might be. But the reality is that as a business, if you make the effort to keep your customers happy, if you make the effort to treat your customers properly, treat them fairly, provide a value service, then there's no reason that you should get negative reviews. But they do happen. What's important, and is that how we feel at What, is that when a customer, you put a review on a business on our platform, whether it's 1 star or 5 stars or score 100% or score 10%, it doesn't matter. They all go up there. The only reason we wouldn't put a review up there is obviously if the review was threatening or abusive or slanderous and anything like that, racially abusive or these sort of things, which we all accept, we all understand that you've got to draw a line somewhere. But if it's a genuine review and that customer's not 100% happy and they've got something that they feel they were let down on or wasn't up to scratch of what they would have expected from a company providing a product or a service, then they're entitled to leave a review that is honest and genuine, and that is the point. Review sites is so you can get a clear picture of what you think or what other people think that company is like, and that helps you make your decision. So, for businesses on our platform, what we say to them is that, okay, we know we're not going to restrict reviews just because you didn't like a review, right? We don't control when a review goes up. If you put a review up, it goes up straight away. We don't hold it. We don't get approval. As soon as you submit it, the review's there live. Yeah. Now, if there's a problem with the review, then obviously somebody can report the review, whether it be the business or another consumer, and so on and so forth. We would then get involved to obviously verify the review, and we do from time to time verify the reviews that go on our website to make sure they are genuine reviews. And that's partly the reason why we ensure that in order to leave a review, you have to register on the platform. It helps us to make sure that our reviews are genuine reviews. It helps us to be able to verify a review if ever it's reported, if there's a problem. If somebody leaves reviews anonymously, then the problem you've got is that, and it has been done before by other companies where they'll get hundreds of people, or maybe not hundreds of people, but a few members of staff pretending to be hundreds of people going on leaving reviews that are all great about their company. And again, there's it's not clear for you, the consumer, what you're actually making a decision on if you aren't getting genuine reviews. So, with our platform, yes, you register to put up a review, but that's so that we can obviously help to identify that reviews are genuine and to stop spam reviews. If somebody's not happy with a review, be it a business or a consumer, they can report a review, whether it's a good review or a bad review. We'll look into it, we'll verify it, make sure that it's obviously credible. And for a business, if it's a bad review, then you've got the opportunity to do something about it. And the way that we see it is that if you are a decent company and you've got a customer that's not 100% happy, and they put up a review to say that there was something they weren't happy with, whether it be something that was involved with the service, whether they felt they were, treated improperly, or whether they felt the quality of the product or the quality of the service wasn't quite right, whatever it was that customer is not happy about, you've got an opportunity to then publicly show how you can put a review right. And once you've done what you can to improve that customer's experience, you can ask the customer to revise the review, which they can then obviously go in and adjust their scoring accordingly if they feel that you have delivered a better result. And for companies out there, if you've ever been to a point where you've been big enough to consider becoming an ISO 9001 accredited company, that's what that means. You get companies that go, well, we're ISO accredited, so we provide the best service. No, that's not what it means. ISO 9001 basically means that as a company, you have procedures in place so that when something goes wrong, because inevitably running a business, no, everything goes right all the time. Things are always going wrong, but you have to have procedures in place so that you know that you can put them right if they are going wrong, and make sure that people aren't left in a poor situation, being delivered a poor service, a poor product, and you've not got any procedures in place to put them right. Now, you don't have to be accredited to offer that type of service. You can be a small local business, you can be a one person running a business, you could have a small business with a handful of staff, but we can all have procedures in place to try and help make sure that we provide our customers with the best service possible. And that's why we have a completely open, transparent review system. No review system that only puts up good reviews, because if you're on a website as a business and you've registered somewhere where all you ever get is good reviews because the bad reviews get hidden, well, what's the problem? The problem is that the consumer trust in these platforms is dissipating and it's falling down the toilet. And that's because they know that they're not genuine. They're not getting the whole picture. So by being on What Offers, you can get loads of reviews for your customers and obviously show other people that are considering using your service that when you do get a poor review, if you get one, hopefully you're a great company and you never get a bad review. And that would be fantastic if we could all be like that. But we know that's not always the case. And for the very few times that you do get a poor review, then you've got the ability to show people how you can make that review better by providing a better service and showing that you've got the systems in place in order to make sure you keep your customers happy. So, if obviously you haven't used our platform yet, if you're not registered on whatoffers.co.uk, get yourself registered on whatoffers.co.uk as a personal user. Have a look at all the great businesses that are on there. There's loads of local businesses. And, if you've used any of the businesses, then leave a review. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes a couple of minutes, and it's another way helping support local businesses. Because with more and more reviews, then more and more people will be inclined to be able to decide on whether it's a good company or not a good company, and so on and so forth. If you have got a local business and you're not already on whatoffers.co.uk, then head over to the website. You can then add your business completely free and set up a profile, and obviously we'll help you get more exposure for your local business. But head over to whatoffers.co.uk and take advantage of being able to submit reviews that are honest, genuine, open, and as a business take advantage of being able to show how you can put them right. But whatoffers.co.uk, we're no taking away reviews just for the sake of it. It's a completely open, transparent platform that allows users to get the whole picture about business, not just the good side. So hopefully you'll join us over there and leave some reviews, which would be absolutely fantastic. If you have any questions or would like to know more about joining the platform, then you can get in touch with us or email me directly at liam@whatoffers.co.uk, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Liam Stone, and we'll see you on Thursday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us today. Remember, whatever you need, head over to whatoffers.co.uk or what.live to see more of our podcasts, and join us again to see what's up next.